Rashad, why you
Anyways.
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother. Trump, lit.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs, man. First things first, man. That new D1 is out right now. Hypocritical Hip Hop. His new album's out right now. Reese and PJ Morton, Pardon Me, I'm Different. 7-song EP is out right now. I just listened to that before I went live tonight. I like it so far through the first listen. I see a lot of Kanye influence in them, man. It's crazy seeing like Kanye's reach for like so many kids and young artists and stuff within a specific field of hip hop and music in general. But yeah, you know, he's got the song Baby, which is kind of like an early standout, is like a Reese's Homecoming you know, Kanye of the, what you thinking about? I met this girl, and you know, the whole thing is a metaphor to Chicago. This one is a whole metaphor to New Orleans, and I really like it. So shout out to Reese and PJ Morton. Congratulations to them for the release of that. Who else? I want to say rest in peace to the soccer player who passed away. I believe he played for Liverpool, so rest in peace to that young man who tragically passed away in a car accident today alongside his brother. And yeah, with that being said, let's get into it. I also wanted to say this. The Atlanta Dream, concerned. I feel like they have a really good chance of winning it all this year. One thing that they really have to fix post All-Star break is the late game execution. The late game execution is going to have to improve. Not only that, but late game offensive play calling. I think that Coach Mesco is going to have to place the players in a better position. Better chance to succeed. Like, it can't just be y'all go out and do it. That's just not gonna, I don't think, work with this team. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. Is there anything else? Indiana's playing really well without Caitlin Clark. I want to say that. Ari McDonald, as a player who was, you know, kind of on the waivers and 10-day contract, can now sign for the full season. She's really holding it down for Indiana. So salute to Ari McDonald. Aaliyah Boston's playing extremely well as well. Paige Beckers has really come on strong recently, and she's kind of playing like a flawless game, bro. Like, she doesn't force it. She gets 20 points just off of like the strength of being Paige Beckers. It's not even like she's going out to score thing, which has always been Paige's game, but I feel like she's like fully kind of getting comfortable with her role within the Dallas Wings. They know how to kind of use her now and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just really beautiful to see. Shout out to Paige Beckers. Okay, with that being said, now let's get into it. How long was that intro? Like 3 minutes? 3-minute intro. Okay, but we're going to get into it now, man. This was popping in the morning. People have forgotten about it since the games and stuff like that, but I wanted to react to it. I held on to it. I didn't watch it for the sole purpose of watching it now. So here we go.
Between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese as Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Absolutely.
Can you?
Well, the reason I do it is, and it just because I'm old school. You had Magic and Larry, who competed in college, but it has championships. Magic won, Larry didn't. It's kind of like the same thing a little with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. But the difference is, it with the men, it's a rivalry.
Yeah.
And it's great theater. The narrative is always different with the women. We're either petty, we're jealous, envious. You know, we can't just be, or two people who just generally don't like you.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I don't have to like you. I respect your game and everything else, but we don't have to be kumbaya. But it's the narrative by the media that bothers me. Would you agree?
I would agree. I think that the narrative behind women's sports is so interesting because they want to judge you for everything other than basketball in every element of life, how you act, what you say, how you dress, who you love, all of these things. but then they want to turn around and then when it's convenient, judge you for basketball. So it's just like, you can't win, honestly. And I feel like, you know, you turn on and you talk about Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant when KD decided to go to Golden State. Everybody was tuned into that game to see how they interacted, how they whatever. But the narrative behind it was so different.
Yeah.
Where it was like, okay, they just don't like each other. They don't bump shoulders. Oh, they went head to head. They don't like each other, right? But it's like there's so many words that are used to describe women when we don't like each other that are way different. And it's similar to like we got back into the thug debate versus the like it's borderline like similar to the word usage of that. And so I feel like in women's sports, can we just make it about basketball? Like, can we just make it about winning or losing? Can we make a rivalry?
I get the narratives. I understand the narratives and I understand the storylines. But
what I will say, you know, and I'm only stopping because it's reaction video. Anyways, but what I will say here is, like, I think I think the narrative around the men's basketball, like drama and stuff like that, like they said the first time KD and Westbrook played again, it would have been different if Westbrook was like white, like if Westbrook was Christian Braun. But like with Westbrook talent and, you know, him and KD had the Westbrook kind of and KD dynamic in OKC, and then Kevin Durant goes to Golden State and Christian Braun treats, you know, KD like Westbrook did, then it would be like an extra element of like, oh man, like it would be like Rush Hour, right? Like Rush Hour's duo split up, you know what I'm saying? Or the Men in Black duo split up. Like it'll be something like that, right? And it'll be like, man, white people always gonna flip it. Like it would be something, I feel like racially, a lot of the same type of arguments that we see here. I don't know necessarily if they would call KD a thug. So yeah, okay. I guess I see where Candace is going there, because it'll still be like an element of race if the other party, like if Kobe and Shaq, if Kobe was white, like that would have been an element of race. Well, but those guys played together. Like I feel like that example is more close to Flage and Angel Reese, or Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles not playing together on the America Cup team. And they're doing awesome, by the way. They're like blowing out every team by 20 and stuff. I think it's an interesting dynamic. I wonder how much they're like talking like on the bus or just around practices and stuff. Like, I wonder if they are communicating much. I want to watch some more. I want to watch their game. No, I said some more. I want to watch their games, period, because like they always come on at funky times and I never can watch them because they're in Chile. But I want to watch them before the America Cup tournament is over. I'm going on a whole nother tangent. But I say that to say I think that example is more just kind of related to Flage and Angel Reese or Hannah Hidalgo, Olivia Miles, as opposed to what is a rival. I don't even know a rival in the NBA right now. Like between players of two like intense players. I'm not talking about like Dylan Brooks and Steph Curry. Like, no. I mean like, oh, Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green. Or Trae Young and Luka Doncic. But I feel like, nah, that Luka Doncic, Trae Young thing is still kind of held on to a little bit. It's not talked about nearly as much now. But maybe Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green. Yeah, I'll say those two. Yeah. Okay, so those two, right? Like people aren't. If one of them was white, I think the conversation would be crazier. But I don't know, bro. Like I can't even imagine it. These are just hypotheticals. Anyways, let's get back.
But at some point, can we just look at the fact that Caitlin is a baller? She's a dog hooper. I mean, she wants to get after it. The same thing with Angel. Angel's game is ever evolving, which it should, you know. And they both want to win. That should be enough in itself. But as long as, I mean, I could care less what people say, as long as it doesn't dictate who they are. Mm-hmm. You know, like you said, keep it in between the lines.
But how do we fix the racial component that's out there in terms of, young lady from Iowa who's
Before they answer it, it's 3 black people trying to answer this question right now. I don't think that's the right type of panel or demographic or background that you need to really get to a solution for this.
white, another young lady who's black from Louisiana, and now the media is now and some of Kincaid, I guess I would say
Angel from Baltimore.
Kincaid
Chicago.
She's from Baltimore.
Chicago.
She's from Baltimore.
And
And then you got Indiana. I mean,
Listen, you're asking to fix like sports. Yes, we unite, but we can't fix
fix our world
society.
first.
Yeah, like
Man, salute, bruh. Salute, bruh. Shout out Candace Parker. Shout out Cheryl Miller, man. I ain't gonna lie, these hitters is bad in 1,000. Well, no, I won't say that because I just disagreed with Candace when she said KD and Russell Westbrook. They bad in 950.
Like, I think you're asking of these ladies like too much, and the narratives behind it. Now everybody has an opinion, Twitter fingers, all that stuff. But I do believe like anything you say is going to be critiqued or changed in different ways.
Right.
Any soundbite that you take can be changed into whatever. Let's just get this straight. Have they grown the game? 100%. Has their rivalry helped in that? 100%. Is Caitlin Clark a freaking baller?
Yeah.
Is she a generational player? Is she fun to watch? 100%. Do people watch them when they compete and scrutinize every single thing? Yes, that's fine. Leave it as is. But it's just an interesting dynamic because I think, you always follow the patterns of what has come before you. And some of the same conversations we were having about Larry Bird and Magic. I mean, it was similar conversations. Now, what will come of it, they went on to be 2 of the all-time greats. So let's see if that
And
happens.
very good friends. And
Exactly.
very, very
exactly.
good friends.
Exactly.
So, Candace, let's talk about one of your old teams, the Sparks. They went out and got Kelsey Plum this offseason. When you look back at your career with the Sparks, in general, you had, 9 different coaches, something like that. I mean, it's like
It was
crazy,
something like
right?
that.
Something crazy like that.
One general manager and 9
think, like they said there at the end of like Magic and Bird became like very good friends and they had commercials and stuff like that with Converse. I don't think that I just don't think that they rock with each other like that. And I've said this before. RG3 said this and they got on RG3, but RG3 also said some other stuff. Like he said hate. Hate is a strong word. And he just made that up because he don't know the people. But do I think they like each other? I don't think they necessarily care for each other. And I made that video before and stuff like that. Like I don't think they care for each other. Like I mean, in a way of it's not like, oh, I love Caitlin. Like they might love Caitlin. She might love Caitlin's game, and Caitlin might love Angel's game, but like they don't love each other like friends. Like, oh, I love Angel. Oh, I love Caitlin. Like I don't think it's like that. Nah. But they're competing right now too, so it's just like everybody don't have to be friends. Like it's a lot of fraternizing around the league. Like old heads complain about it all the time. Like, why are these people friends? Like, what was a good example? It's a lot of like former Team USA players, like teammates and stuff like that. They're just like buddy. Like Haley Jones and Aaliyah Boston are like this. I'm trying to think of some other players on like different teams that are just like buddy, right? Like they're best friends. There's a lot of players from on Rival with their you know what I'm saying, like Angel and Kyle Copper, like they're really close and stuff, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's different players and Rakia and Stewie and all the unrivaled teammates and stuff like that. Like they're really close with each other. But I say all this to say at the end of the day, if they never played together on Unrival, they would probably be the same thing. Like it's just, you're competing right now. You're active players. We can be friends when we were tired and sit in front row at the All-Star game, bro. Like until then, like we're competing. So that's what I think. I do think, I don't know whose live I said this on. I did say, I said this on my live. I was talking to SSB, but like they would make a gazillion dollars if they did a commercial together, like a McDonald's commercial together. And like the shootout that Larry Bird and Dwight Howard, Larry Bird and Michael Jordan was doing, and then You know, it ended up becoming like the dang LeBron James and Dwight Howard, you know, kind of doing a shoot around and stuff like that, a horse competition. They should definitely do something like that and capitalize on it while everything's hot. Because Paige is coming, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Paige is coming. And I know some people are like, you think they're gonna throw the full bag behind Paige? Since she's kind of like out, this is a whole nother conversation. Is America ready for this conversation? I don't know. But like Paige has been thrown so many bags already, Gatorade, and you know, she already had Nike going on at UConn. I think Paige might for real break barriers, bro. As dramatic as that sounds, I think she's gonna break barriers for like what the type of bags and endorsements that a white gay woman can get. And salute to Sue Bird and DT and everything like that, and Stewie even, because Stewie's got her own shoe, but I think Paige can like she can get the money like. We'll see though. We'll see. And of course, Juju already dang near on every commercial. Juju and Flage, they're on like every commercial already. So we'll just see. We'll see what happens. All right, next, man.
Rashad, why you
Anyways.
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.